Reginald here.
Oh, I'm fine. Don't mind me.
I think this is one of the craziest things I've ever discovered from Mr. Fantastic, and I think we've been using his ult incorrectly this whole time. I want to show you something. Just a little sequence from a game I played a little while back. Let's take a look at it from my perspective, and let's watch the kill feed.
What a relief! Fantastic!
I am ready to put on a show!
Look out behind us! Glad I wasn't late for clobber in time, Ben. The Punisher's armor
You never
turret
fail
is
to impress
broken.
me, Reed.
Okay, now that was pretty crazy. We popped both Loki and Luna inside her support ult while ulting. But how did that happen, and could we replicate it? What are the requirements? This is, I think, the craziest thing that I've figured out for Mr. Fantastic. I actually think it's fundamentally underutilized, though it's going to require at least 2 people who know what's going on, maybe 3. So let's get going. Here's perspective from the Thing's viewpoint on what's going on.
I am ready to put on a show!
Okay, so what did we notice? Well, I broke this down and I'm not going to hide the ball. Here's what's happening. Mr. Fantastic has a tempo on his ult based on how high he goes and where he lands. And for the most part, every time he bounces, it's 1.15 to 1.35 seconds with no roof overhead between each bounce. There's a little variation, but it's pretty much the same every time, so it's pretty easy to track. The Thing's Haymaker is somewhere between 1.1 seconds and 1.35 seconds per hit. What this means is that the Thing's punch and Mr. Fantastic's ult bounce are on the same tempo. So if you're running both of these heroes at the same time, and the Thing starts a punch after you land for the first bounce, he's going to land his hit pretty much in concert with your next bounce on Mr. Fantastic's ult. This means you have an additive damage AoE effect if you can all play together at the same time that you're ulting instead of solo ulting, which means that the entire friendly team can anticipate when he's going to deal the next wave of damage and time their attacks accordingly if you are playing with a coordinated team. But there's more to the story, and I'm going to show you. If we look at Mr. Fantastic's Brainiac bounce, it starts at 70 damage and gains an additional 14 per leap, maxing out at 140 on the 6th bounce. If we look at the 3rd bounce then, we have 70 damage plus 14 damage plus 14 damage. That's 98 damage on the 3rd bounce. If you add the Thing's damage, that's 188 damage. Loki is a 250 HP hero, so that's 62 damage missing from that combo. All that needs to happen for Loki to die is for someone like Hela or Bucky or anyone else to shoot Loki right about when Mr. Fantastic is going to hit him. In this case, we had a Moon Knight on the team, so he was just dealing a constant stream of damage alongside the rest of the team. And we got the kill through on Luna's ultimate, because the bar is pretty low to hit 62 damage on a Loki in the middle of a team fight where a bunch of damage is flying around. Notably, Invisible Woman does 20 damage per hit, going both ways. And so she can do a total of 40 damage to an enemy, reducing that by an additional 20 if she's nearby. And if she's not nearby to deal that additional damage, firing into a large group of enemies when they're grouped up, there's usually someone on the team that can source out 60 damage, give or take, with a little help from other people. So it shouldn't be too hard. In fact, 60 damage is on the low side for most DPS heroes, so that should be well within range. However, we can do additional bounces, I will remind you. We killed Luna on bounce 5 in the middle of her ultimate. So bounce 5 would have been 126 damage from Mr. Fantastic in a burst. We add the 90 damage from Haymaker, that's 216 damage on bounce 5 at the same time. Luna has 275 HP and would have 59 HP remaining to deliver a kill. Again, and that's actually only 34 for any other healer like, say, Cloak and Dagger. So what this means is that team timing and target priority with 3 people can easily and effectively eliminate supports in the middle of their support ultimates if the team understands what to target. Most of the time, people don't really know what to do with Mr. Fantastic's ultimate, and I don't blame them. It's not really well explained or telegraphed anywhere, and in fact, nobody I know has noticed this or bothered to break it down or study it in any way. But what I am saying here is that if you have a Mr. Fantastic entering a team fight and the thing is able to be in the melee with them, for example, let's say both supports are engaged in an ultimate, all you need is one other player to assist that duo in delivering a final blow on an enemy. Now, I know this fundamentally requires a little bit more team coordination than is typical. However, you really only need a duo partner and just to yell into comms, hey, shoot the Luna, or whatever, and you could probably get most people to participate. I know this video will probably not make it that far. Mostly a few Fantastic players will watch it and that'll be the end of it. But if you are that Fantastic player and you have a thing duo to roll with, let me tell you, you should know about this tech because it's going to be really interesting to see if people can start to do it consistently. I think that's possible considering the fact that Mr. Fantastic's damage output is very predictable in his metronome bounce ult. Good gaming out there, boys. See you around. Warm regards, Reginald. I would like to take a moment and provide an extra special thanks to Joseph Davison. I would also like to provide a special thank you to Miles Williams Lewis. Thank you all so much. It really helps me continue to pursue this passion of mine.